Fire crews evacuated the two-story building while fighting a blaze on an upper-floor apartment on Wellington Street. Sault Ste. Marie Police Services closed Wellington Street in both directions from Lake to Shannon Road. The fire was quickly extinguished and firefighters continue to investigate. There are currently no reports of any injuries. Heavy smoke damage appears from the upper floor window. Susan Myers had a special evening last night. Myers was presented with the Commanding Officer's Commendation at the Sault Armories by Lieutenant Colonel Lance Knox. The commendation is a numbered coin stamped with the 49th Field Regiment Royal Canadian Artillery crest. Myers, who was accompanied by Colonel Clyde Healy, received the honor in recognition for assisting Lieutenant Colonel Lance Knox with the renaming of a small portion of Ontario Avenue to Garrison Way. Longtime Member of Parliament Tony Clement has resigned from the Conservative shadow cabinet after he shared explicit sexual images and a video of himself electronically. Clement says the images were sent in the last 3 weeks and he believed they were going to a consenting female. However, he now says the person was trying to extort him and he has asked the RCMP to investigate. Conservative Party leader Andrew Scheer said he has appointed Lisa Wright to take over for Clement as the justice critic for now. The RCMP confirmed it had received information from Clement and was currently investigating the matter, but did not comment further. Clement is resigning his committee roles as well, but will stay in the Conservative caucus. 57-year-old Clement has been one of the pillars of the Conservative caucus for more than a decade, and before that was a senior member of the provincial party in Ontario. He was a cabinet minister for the entirety of Stephen Harper's near-decade-long tenure as Prime Minister, and was cabinet minister at the provincial level before that. He says he's sorry to his family, his party, and his constituents for his behavior. The Canada Post rotating strikes have hit the country's largest processing centre in Toronto for the second time in 3 weeks, as workers in 11 other Southern Ontario communities walked off the job just after midnight. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers says 4,500 Canada Post employees joined picket lines in Toronto at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. CUPW says that was before workers in Chatham, Clinton, Georgetown, Milton, Orangeville, Port Hope, Stratford, Strathroy, Tillsonburg, Wingham, and Woodstock walked off the job early Wednesday. Canada Post said in a statement that the union continues to escalate their strike activity, adding more communities each day and shutting down major centres for extended periods. Toronto facilities were shut down by the union for 2 consecutive days in October. Canada Post says there is no indication when the strike will end, adding that it will worsen backlogs in mail or parcel deliveries across the country. Canada's top 2 elections officials say a bill to modernize election laws will make it difficult to stop computer hackers from sowing chaos that confuses voters, deterring them from casting their ballots and undermining confidence in the electoral system. Bill C-76, omnibus legislation to reform election laws, creates a new offense of computer interference in response to attempts by hackers in other countries to undermine the electoral process. While he supports the additional offense, Chief Electoral Officer Stéphane Perreault says the bill requires proof that the offender intended to affect the results of the election. He says that qualifier will greatly restrict the application of the new offense, letting off the hook hackers who simply sow confusion. Yves Côté, the Commissioner of Elections, echoes Perreault's concern. The 2 watchdogs registered their concern during testimony on the bill before the Senate, which is beginning its examination of the legislation. Despite their concerns about some deficiencies in the bill, both officials praised it overall as a significant improvement to the Canada Elections Act.